Good morning, everyone. This is Luciana Turner bringing you this morning's edition of Contractor Chatter. Whew. I am your host, trying to make sure I am live everywhere I need to be live. So, anyway, good morning. How's everyone doing? So, contracting chatter is an up-level conversation around government contracting. We discuss appropriations, regulations. We discuss anything related to government contracting that contractors should be aware of. We even discuss the business aspect because for some reason, people forget that they are actually businesses when they go into the contracting space. I have 20 plus years experience in the government contracting arena, and I decided to form my company to share that experience with those entering in and operating within the government space. The Chatter platform was specifically born to, quite frankly, bring something new to the conversation, because there's just been a lot of conversation, very elementary around government contracting and not enough detailed level conversation. So let's get this party started. I was having a call yesterday. And in that call, I was talking to the person, and she asked me about government certifications. And during that conversation, I actually broke down some information about certification she was not quite aware of. And it made me realize that I haven't talked about certifications on this platform at quite some time. So I thought I would revisit the conversation around certifications. And there's like a lot of incorrect information out there surrounding the purpose of certifications. Do you need them? Do you need certifications to go be a contractor? And the answer to all of those questions is no. You do not have to be certified to become a contractor. You do not have to be certified to bid on a contract. I don't know where that came from, but it's not true. And if you think about it logically, it can't be true, because certifications are for economically or historically economically disadvantaged companies, or certifications are for companies run by economically disadvantaged individuals. Therefore, it doesn't make sense that you have to have a certification in order to be a contractor. But let me delve into the history of certifications a little bit. Certifications came about through legislation back in I was trying to pull up the file, and I can't pull it up, but I will post the link to it a little later. Certifications came up back in the late 60s, I want to say 1967. And it was to address actually certifications are dead old. It was in the 70s. But it was to address the complaint of inequities in government contracting. Up until that point, it was a male-dominated arena, and up until that point, it was a white male-dominated arena. I mean, it just is what it is, and it was what it was, and the country was what it was at that time. So legislatively, certain rules were put in place to kind of level the playing field in some ways. Set-asides were created, procurement goals, some agencies were given goals to work with businesses, etc. And that's where the whole certifications came from. I don't want to get into the history of abuse in certifications because that's just a whole other conversation in and of itself. But the important thing is all the certification is supposed to do is kind of give you like extra brownie points for certain contracts. Certifications only play a key role in certain contracts. You won't see certification goals in every contract that's out there. You will see them in certain agencies. Every agency does not have set-asides. Therefore, you will not see the mention of certifications or certification percentages. You don't even see small business goals in every agency. And that's because they're not bound to them. Some agencies decide not to adhere to them at all. It's not important. Some agencies, it's very important. The leadership kind of determines how important it is for them to work with small businesses. You really have to follow the flow of who the leader is and what their goals or purposes are when it comes to small businesses and working with minorities. So when it comes to certifications, it shouldn't be get certified. It should be, how am I as a company the answer or the solution to a problem that my client has, and yet I am also certified. You don't lead with the certification. The certification is an and plus. I did a more in detail training on it. I just wanted to, platform, Chatter platform isn't a long platform, so I didn't give the long version of the training this morning. I wanted to give an abbreviated version this morning. But, in essence, the notion that you have to be certified to do government contracts, that is not true. I wanted to dispel that myth. 2, certification does not guarantee you a contract. Nobody is going to hand you a contract because you're certified. I don't know where that came from, but no, that is not true. If you do not have the capabilities, if you do not have the systems in place, if you do not demonstrate the ability to perform, nobody is going to give you a contract, whether you're certified or not. So, no. I don't know where this thought is coming from. I don't know why it's so pervasive in the industry. I don't know why people are talking about it as though it's just the truth. It is not true. Another thing is, there are in the state of Virginia alone, there are over 5,000 certified DBE, and that's one subset of certifications. That's disadvantaged business enterprise, DBE firms. There's over 5,000 of them. So how are you distinguishing yourself? How are you standing out from the pack from the rest of that 5,000. So there's much more to the conversation than just getting certified and being certified. Okay, and with that, I'm going to close out today's broadcast. We're going live on Friday. From all my usual platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I will be live on Clubhouse as well. I take questions on Fridays, so if you have questions, please email them or send them to me via DM or Messenger, and I will answer your questions live on Friday. Please be sure that when you're asking questions, and I just want everybody to get into the habit of protecting your business. You don't want to ask business-specific questions in an open forum where you do not have an NDA or an expectation of privacy in place. And you just want to protect your business. You want to get out of the habit of putting all of your proprietary business information in the great atmosphere. And then we wonder why people take our business concepts and run with them before we get a chance to launch. So if you have a general question, you can submit that. I will answer it. If you looking for coaching, you can sign up for my service. I do offer 1 hour sessions, paid sessions, where you can ask a question and just have a 1 hour retainer session. So, but if you just have a general question, I answer those on Fridays. Once again, you can submit the questions via DM or email. And with that, I will be signing off for the morning. I just wanted to say this. I kind of build myself as the anti-certification person. And it's not that I'm against people getting certified. I'm against the belief that the certification is the answer to all of your problems. It is one of the tools in the contractor's tool belt. That's what it is. I want you to think of it as a tool in the tool belt. It's a tool in the toolbox. It is not the end all and be all that some people would have you believe it to be. Treat it accordingly, and it will treat you accordingly. If you treat it as something that it is not, then you will be disappointed. I'll never forget, I was having a conversation with a gentleman who had a business. It was one of the first contracts I had when I started my contracting business. He was certified in just about every state, and he had no contracts because he honestly believed getting certified would guarantee him a contract. And he was disappointed when that turned out not to be the truth. There's more to the game than getting certified. And if you're playing the long game, you have to have a strategy. It's just that simple. And with that, I will close out with, I will see you Friday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I didn't go live on Facebook for some reason. I didn't feel like fiddling with it. And I will be live on Clubhouse as well. And with that, have a great and amazing day.